Lately I've been feeling things change. We've been working hard, no sleep, get it every day. And I swear that we ain't stopping till we pay. Yeah, the pressure on, gotta make it work, triple play, yeah.
This is Triple Play Fantasy Basketball. And for most of you tuned in, it is championship week, semifinal Sunday for a lot of us, if you're still watching. Otherwise, you probably packed it in like Doc did, and unfortunately myself. I'm Coach James Lewis. I still got championships in the cupboard. Some of us are still trying to hunt those down and then have to wait till next year. On the other end, Doc Mendelson, who's getting frustrated with barbers that don't cut enough hair and don't line me up the right way.
You're just taking so many jabs at me this morning.
You went hard last week.
So, some of us make the playoffs every year. We're consistent. We have, penance for that. And yeah, the barbers that don't cut a good shape up, man.
It's hard. It's hard to go away from the main guy. It's like cheating on your girlfriend and you instantly feel guilty looking in that mirror.
That is honestly a great example. And the night wasn't as good as it is with your girl when you see that new barber.
Yeah. So we've been seeing a lot of high-level basketball, or as teams are trying to jockey position in the playoffs. And in this championship week, we got a fair one, Doc. 12 teams with 3, 18 with 4. So that helps a lot of the mainstay owners because, when your main guy is only playing 2, it's just feels like just so unlucky that it happens to land on the final week. I know that Jokic owners are stupid excited this week because the Mavs, the Nuggets go Thursday, Friday, and Sunday. So hopefully you get 3 games of Jokic and, you may be raising your hands at the end. Back-to-back Monday, Tuesday this week, Pels. You got to watch the Pels. Oh, what's your thoughts on, since we're here, Zion to be reevaluated in 2 weeks? 2 weeks is like the end of the season.
I mean,
he's cleared he's cleared for practice. He's cleared to participate, but yeah.
So it's the short-term risk versus the long-term future. Like, they're already paying him. If the Pelicans think they have a chance at contending, because when he was healthy this year, they looked really good.
They were second in the West in December.
They were marred by injuries. Brandon Ingram missed 18 games with that sprained toe. Zion was out. Like, a healthy team, they're contending. You just have to wonder. I mean, if Zion has one more significant injury, like, what does that mean for his career?
Yeah, and it's not like, what it was a year ago or 2 years ago where you kind of are being saved. Like, this might be one of the last chances because he just continues to get those injuries. And right now they're looking at number 9 in the West, 37-37, but right under them, OKC is 36-38, and Dallas is 36-38. Utah, 35-39.
Here's the thing too. He's not even on his rookie contract. His 5-year supermax is going to kick in next season for $193 million. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's
saying, and you can go to our YouTube channel 2 years ago. I said the Pelicans should have traded him. Get a haul. Now you're stuck with it.
Yeah, but he's all NBA when he does play. His career average of 27 and 8. Like he's a winning player. He's so exciting when he is healthy.
Best ability is durability.
Yeah, but that's hard to sell on. Pickup candidate. Well, and then who you thinking about Monday, Tuesday? We didn't even talk about pickups, but
maybe Trey Murphy if he's there.
Yeah, somebody to start off. Like maybe you're winning your semifinal, and you have unlimited pickups.
Yeah, maybe Herb Jones if people have gotten frustrated with him because he's not giving you anything on the offensive side.
Yeah, poo-poo. He's a better real life player than relying him on fantasy, but that's where I stand. That's where we differ, Doc.
I agree with you.
Pickup candidates, some familiar faces. Trendon Watford is still balling, but his teammate Shaedon Sharpe, there been rumors and talks that they might be getting shut down as Portland is on the outside looking in, and they're looking into the lottery. So, they're firmly in the Wemby sweepstakes, which I hope are dear beloved DC Wizards do the same thing, because we do have the rights to that pick, and it'd be a shame to go and get the 10 seed and then lose. Luke Kennard, Jaden Hardy, Coby White is got a heater for Chicago, who I ideally hope gets ahead. I mean, with losing to the Lakers 2 times, ideally. Jonathan Kuminga for the Warriors, Kris Dunn, who's been consistent for a month now. His backcourt teammate, Ochai, Ogbaji, a rookie sensation, as well as Bismack Biyombo. So let's start with Shaedon Sharpe, somebody that you've seen in person this year, a high flyer. And he's been back-to-back 24 pieces. So 19 points in this last week. He's getting playing time, 38 minutes and 40 minutes in the past 2. He gets you steals, he gets you threes, and he rebounds the basketball. What do you like about Shaedon Sharpe?
Ow! That's what happens when you touch something sharp. But if Shaedon Sharpe is there, you should pick him up. So the big thing is Chauncey wasn't giving him any playing time. Prior to the last 2 games, he hadn't played more than 25 minutes, I think, in the last couple months. And the Blazers openly came out and said Damian Lillard might be shut down. Shaedon Sharpe is 19 years old, and he has a high motor. Now, what I don't like is when Dame is on the court, he a lot of times camps out at the 3. But it seems that when he's off, that he kind of has the confidence to play his game, that he slashes to the hoop, 7 steals in a 2-game span from there, shoots the 3 ball, 18 attempts the last 2 games. So if he's available, pick him up.
He is an exciting basketball player, and of course, we didn't get to see him in the past year. He did not suit up for Kentucky, and he reclassed to get up a year. He's kind of a big wild card question mark, but he might be the future of the Portland Trail Blazers, and I'm glad he's getting his opportunity. It's nice to see a young man with as much talent as him getting a little opportunity. Other players to watch for Portland, Keon Johnson played his first game in a long time and was producing. Drew Eubanks, and reliable last 2 weeks. Trendon Watford, power forward, center eligible, 39% rosters, just like Sharpe, giving you 13, 6.5 boards, nearly 4 assists, shooting over 50%, almost 2 steals. Like categories, leagues. This is good play.
Good play. Double-digit points in the last 8 games. And for a big man, giving you 3.8 assists from there. He had 8 assists against the Celtics on the 17th. So that's something you love to see from there. I wish the stocks were a little bit higher. I'll be honest on that. But
well, we know that he is capable of doing that. So, in the past, 3 weeks, he's had high steal numbers in several games. But let's talk about lefty Luke Kennard for 3. 10 of them, I repeat, 10 of them in 24 minutes against Houston. That could win you a category. Last week, giving you 18 points, 3 boards. And I don't think that it's not a coincidence that he started putting the heater on once Ja Morant came back. I think it was a really good fit. I thought it was a good trade deadline move, like something that went under the radar. But few can shoot the ball as well as Luke Kennard. And you get a lot of open looks with Ja Morant just penetrating the lane.
It's a little bit of a fluke game alert. 10 threes. This is what I'm saying a little bit. 3 the game before that, 2 the game before that, 4, 4, 4. He is good. He is not going to give you 10 again. I will put
4, 4, 4.
$15.
That's a lot. In the last 6 games, he's been double digits and he has 29 threes. That's
and they're probably gonna ramp up Ja's playing time, and Kennard's is gonna go down.
I think he's going to be consistent where he has been in the last 6 games, over 20 minutes, but not more than 24. So, there is a cap here.
I think you're getting him on the decline of his hot stretch. If you streamed him last week, you're good. And I'm not saying he's going to be bad, but he ain't doing what he was doing before. He's going to cap out at 4 rebounds a game, which isn't bad. But when you look at those numbers, no way he's keeping 65%. James, he shot 10 of 11 from 3. Come on. Even if the volume is, even if he took 11 attempts again, he's maybe making 5.
And it was Houston. And how many times have we seen it against Houston? But if you're sitting there next Sunday when, Memphis does play on Sunday and you're trying to stream threes, that is the category in the air. he's worth a pickup on that day. He can.
I mean, of
He's shown
course.
that he can give you 10 in a
That's
night.
an oddly specific scenario. Yeah, on Sunday and he's playing and you need threes. Yeah, of course.
Well, those of us that have been in the championship game before, we've been in that position where you have to win in one category, and
You know what, James? You are such an old man on your rocking chair talking about how you won your championship game before the Depression.
Yeah.
Or before COVID.
COVID year was nice. The Lakers won, and then I won both of my fantasy leagues.
Yeah, so what, you actually haven't won a real championship then?
Hilarious. All right, Jaden Hardy, who puts up stellar numbers when the big guys don't play. And right now, Kyrie's dealing with a foot injury that has been putting him out more often than not. And this is a consistent average here in the last month: 18 points, 5 boards, 3 assists, 3 threes against Golden State. Just last week, 27, 5 boards, 6 threes, stealing a block. Memphis a couple weeks ago, 28, 8 and 5. So he's like a boomer bust. Last game it didn't pan out well, but he's shown that he can score 20 plus if you give him the minutes.
He might have the highest ceiling of one of the guys that we're talking about. Like, obviously his floor is capped when it's a healthy Kyrie and Luka, but when he's getting the playing time, I mean, he against the Warriors, he scored 27 points in 25 minutes. Like, he doesn't even need the 30 to 40 minutes a game to hit that benchmark. So
yeah,
definitely a situation to monitor.
He plays Saturday and Sunday too. He might be a weekend streamer.
But pick Luke Kennard up before him, because Luke Kennard could hit you 10 threes.
You never know if Kyrie's playing, you know what? He maybe make a little point here. Coby White plays the Lakers 2 times this week. And he's been playing better basketball recently. 19 points, 9 dimes against Portland, 32 minutes. In a game prior, 33 minutes, 19 points. That's what you're kind of looking for. And, the Bulls have been searching for something in that guard position as they've been crushed with injuries as of late. And we got a Lonzo Ball update that was something very odd.
He's getting cartilage replaced.
There
in
it
his
is.
Knee.
Yeah, it was either that or a full knee replacement. So we're wishing the best for Lonzo, but this is his third surgery since he has been injured the first time, and we thought we might see him this year. I even picked him up for $1 in the draft and then let him sit and sit in the bench for the whole year. But yeah, Coby White, we know he hits threes when he does play, and when he's playmaking, getting some of these assists, he could get you a steal. He's somebody to certainly at least have on your radar and watch, and maybe even stream.
I'm just surprised that the Bulls, I feel like we do this story every year where Coby White has a hot stretch and then the Bulls just find a replacement and cap his minutes next season. One of my universal rules is he wears 0. 0 is for tough basketball players. You can't name me a 0 that sucks.
Wow. That's something. I'm drawing a 0 blank here. But we're talking about 0. Look, what about double zeros? Double zeros are even more insane.
Double zeros are off brand, but shout out my guy Brendan Haywood.
Hey, shout out Tony Delk. I think he was a double zero guy.
He was, yeah.
Jonathan Kuminga, power forward center, eligible for the Warriors in the last month. So we see consistency here. Although he did not have a stellar game yesterday when he played Philly and had 4 points. But in the last month, giving you 14 a game, and more recently in the past couple of weeks, 22 against Dallas, 24, 8 boards, hit 4 threes. That's what you love to see. And 1-1, you always like that as well. Get a couple of defensive numbers. Jonathan Kuminga shooting 64% in the last month. What you like about him, Doc?
I like that he's getting the playing time, but it seems like they're capping him at 30 minutes. And I'm surprised because with Steph coming back, I thought the volume would go down. But you look at his shot attempts, 12, 16, 9, 11. Even though he had a bad game yesterday, he took 7, and 5 of those were threes. So the Warriors really seem focused on getting him integrated in the offense, even with Steph coming back, even with a healthy Klay Thompson. Dante DiVincenzo has taken a step back and been more of a distributor, but he seems like he's third, maybe even or fourth, maybe even third in the pecking order. Like, it seems like he's taking more shots than Jordan Poole now.
Well, in 4 3-pointers made for Jonathan Kuminga, that sticks out as something really, really promising. That's really good when you get 4-3. Even though Luke Kennard does that in his sleep, you would like to see Jonathan Kuminga hit the 3 ball.
And you know what? They've been having Looney play the 5 and just doing the dirty work, and having Kuminga at that stretch 4.
Yeah.
So I think that's kind of how they work their offense. But Coach, what is with you and Luke Kennard?
He went bananas. He had
He's a
double-digit
dookie
3-pointer.
too.
I know. You just don't like him, so I was like, I'm gonna extra like him.
It's not that I don't like him. You just giving him that Sohan love.
I mean, 4, 4, 4. I mean, he just does that in his sleep. Kris Dunn, another guy that's been consistent in the last month. 11 points, 4.5 rebounds, 5.5 assists. Maybe not like the biggest wow you off your paper, but these are consistent numbers. It's kind of boring a little bit. But when you get a certain amount of assists, a certain amount of rebounds, and you're going to get it, and he's good for a swipe a game, they're worse people to have rostered.
The frustrations of Kris Dunn is going to be when he plays the Bucks and he scores 2 points on 1 of 8 shooting. You will deal with those games.
Well, you don't feel bad about cutting a guy like that. And then let's just mention this. Like, anybody is cuttable this week. Like, you can cut anybody. Anybody's on. Like, somebody's been killing for you all year. Like, you definitely gotta look at the matchups. You gotta look at who's playing. Yep. Can you get, if you get 3 games out of one player, 1 game out of yours, even your best, maybe your second round pick, you gotta cut ties.
Yeah, if somebody's day to day, drop them.
Ochai Ogbaji is getting opportunity. Somebody that Utah picked up in all those trades, and this one was the Donovan Mitchell one in the last week. Now he's getting a little bit of playing time, as I believe Utah is going in the other direction so that they can, see the lottery balls fall and maybe in their favor. 15 points, hitting 3 threes, had 20 piece against Sacramento 2 times. All right, so he's giving Sacramento the Blues 20 points, 4 dimes, 27, and then 6 threes, 3 blocks, 3 threes. Like, these are good lines. And again, he's gonna disappoint you as well, and that's kind of what rookies do when they finally get some playing time. But it's good that he's getting his cup of tea in the NBA.
25 minutes at least in his last 10 games. You know what? I think of Utah, because Utah was contending for a little bit, and it's the angel on the shoulder being like, come on, push for the playoffs. You have a good team. And then the Devil's like, no, tank for Wemby. Don't contend this year. And the Devil won this argument.
Man, I saw a Walker Kessler stat. I think he had like twice as many blocks as Gobert in less minutes. Like, a lot less minutes. That trade is going to be an all-timer. I mean, I've talked about it this season. But, it's one of the worst I've ever seen.
Not fair, though. Minnesota hasn't had a healthy team, man.
Yeah, it was a bad fit, though. You got to get people out of the lane for Anthony Edwards. We've talked about this before. But Bismack Biyombo.
Yeah. You know what? The big 3 didn't win their first year. It took some time to gel, okay? You can't.
Did you just compare the Gobert T-Wolves to Lebron, D. Wade, and Chris Bosh? That's what you just did.
In terms of getting people to mesh, absolutely.
You look crazy.
Now, is the upside the same? Absolutely not. But it took them time to mesh and find different playing styles. Wade had to take a back seat.
Wow.
They went, I think, 2-4 their first 6 games with 3 superstars on the team. Yeah, it took time. It's not like somebody got hurt like Karl Anthony Towns and missed 51 games.
They went to 4 finals. That's 4 more than the T-Wolves will ever go to in their franchise.
But I never said the T-Wolves were going to go to the finals. I said it was going to take time for them to mesh.
But we compared them to the LeBron Heatles.
You and your random hard-ons you got.
So what do you like about Biyombo? He gets a bunch of boards and blocks, right?
So I think Phoenix is going to rest their studs for the playoffs. I don't think they're rushing KD back. I don't think they're going to rush Ayton back. Ayton has missed the last 5 games with a hip issue. So I think they're going to play the people they have, and that's with Biyombo at center. Last game, double-double, 17 points, 13 rebounds, 5 blocks. It's a block party in here. Double-digit blocks the last 4 games, shot 8 of 12 from the field, playing with the point god, with traffic cone defense, Chris Paul himself. This is somebody that's a handcuff. He's a ad when Ayton is out. And 8 is out. Doesn't seem like he's going to play the next couple games. So add Biyombo in this championship week.
And I would randomly mention, trying to get a category on a Sunday, like particularly in the league I'm commissioner, the team in the semifinals, they're tied 21 blocks. Like Biyombo plays on Sunday. If you're in that position, that's when you give a stream a look. Back-to-back players that you want to maybe look at towards the end of the week, and that is Friday, Saturday. You got the Clippers rolling. So whether that's Morris, Zubac, or Eric Gordon, I mean, it depends. Who's available there, but you definitely want to think about these things.
I saw the best thing unrelated to anyone that's actually playing for the Clippers, but I think this is funny. Dragonfly Jones on Twitter, one of the great follows if you're on there, said that Ty Lue is the Forrest Gump of NBA. Played with Jordan and Kobe in the most iconic moment, or one of the most iconic moments with the AI drop on the team that made the best comeback 3-1 against the Warrior, the greatest comeback in NBA history against the team that had the greatest regular season record.
He also he played with Mike Jordan. He must play with Michael Jordan on the Wizards.
Played with Mike and Kobe, Coach LeBron. There was a couple other things, but all these things I was like, wow, he is the Forrest Gump of NBA.
Yeah, he's one of our best coaches that we have in the game. So good luck on this semifinals Sunday. I mean, I know every league has a different schedule, but I know the majority of leagues, we're going into the championship week. I forgot to mention, hey, we're close to 3,000 subscribers. So please hit the subscribe, hit a like. This is back-to-back seasons as far as the fantasy basketball has been consistent each and every week. So we'll be back next year. We're going to be putting content out in the summer where we're talking about team rebuilds, or we're talking about I'm going to get another mock draft and a big board coming, sometime after the tournament. Doc, what you got cooking up?
Yeah, so 3,000. It's like what Luke Kennard does, hit threes, but multiply that by 1,000, and that's the number that we're trying to hit. And just promoting underdog fantasy like I do every week here, because when you use promo code triple, like all Luke Kennard does is shoot. They're going to match your deposit up to $100, and this is something James and I are going to be doing in the off season just for fun. As mentioned, him and I are working on some good projects. So if you like what we're doing on the videos here, make sure that you tune in for some of the content we got dropping in the summer, because there's no off season for us.
Luke Kennard came second in a 3-point contest a year ago.
Luke Kennard came in second place for battling for your heart.
He had 28 in the first round of that. He's an elite shooter. So him and Jeremy Socon coming to a TV near you. All right, and that's all we have. We'll see you next time. For Doc, I'm Coach. Peace.
Lately I've been feeling things change. We've been working hard, no sleep, get it every day. And I swear that we ain't stopping till we pay. Yeah, the pressure on, gotta make it work, triple play, yeah.